The full history of drones, from World War I suicide bombs to AI killer swarms dominating 2026 wars. Picture this, it's 2026. A Ukrainian soldier in a muddy trench lifts a cheap plastic controller. Seconds later, a swarm of tiny FPV drones screams toward Russian tanks like a cloud of angry hornets. No pilot, no mercy. One cheap quadcopter just changed the outcome of a billion-dollar battle. What if I told you this revolution started over 100 years ago with nothing more than a few mad inventors, some string, and a dream of pilotless war machines? Welcome to the InventIQ, where we don't just tell you what was invented, we drag you into the hidden drama, the crushed dreams, the patent wars, and the moments that quietly reshaped our world. Today, you are getting the full untold story of drones, from World War I suicide bombs that never quite worked, to the AI killer swarms that are dominating battlefields right now in 2026. You'll meet the real geniuses who risked everything, the Hollywood actor who accidentally mass-produced the first drones, the Israeli engineer who built the Predator in his garage, and the Ukrainian innovators turning $500 toys into weapons that rewrite warfare. By the end of this video, you'll never look at a drone the same way again, because the device you use to film sunsets or deliver packages, it was born in the fires of war, and it's still changing history today. Stick around, this one's going to blow your mind. Let's fly. The deadly birth. WWI suicide bombs take flight. It's 1916. The Western Front is a slaughterhouse. Millions dead. Neither side can break the stalemate. Enter two visionaries on opposite sides of the Atlantic. In Britain, engineer Archibald Lowe builds the aerial target, a small radio-controlled plane meant to ram enemy Zeppelins. On March 1917, it becomes the first drone to fly under full radio control. The pilot? Future speed record holder Henry Segrave. Across the ocean, American inventor Elmer Sperry, the gyroscope genius, teams with Peter Cooper Hewitt and his own son Lawrence. They create the Hewitt-Sperry automatic airplane, basically a Curtiss N biplane stuffed with explosives and an autopilot. Imagine Lawrence Sperry standing on the wing of a plane while it flies itself. No hands. Crowds went wild. By September 1917, the first unmanned test flight happens. Then comes the Kettering bug in 1918, a tiny wooden biplane with cardboard wings, launched from a dolly like a roller coaster. Charles Kettering presets the engine revolutions. When it reaches the target, the wings detach and the bomb drops. Suicide bomb from the sky. They built 7 prototypes. Some flew over 1,000 yards perfectly, but the war ended before they could be used in combat. Here's the wow fact. Those 1917-1918 tests proved an unmanned aircraft could fly, navigate, and strike without a human on board. The DNA of every modern drone, military or civilian, was born right there in the mud and desperation of World War I. The idea almost died with the armistice, but it refused to stay buried.
Hollywood star turns drones into reality. Reginald Denny's revolution. Fast forward to the 1930s. Hollywood is booming. Actor Reginald Denny, yes, the guy from over 150 films, is obsessed with radio-controlled model planes. He opens a hobby shop in Los Angeles. One day, the US Army shows up asking if he can build realistic targets for anti-aircraft gunners. Denny says yes. In 1935, he demonstrates the RP-1. By 1939, he's got the OQ-2 radio plane, the first mass-produced unmanned aerial vehicle in America. Over 15,000 are built during World War II. Gunners train on them. Pilots practice shooting them down. Fun side note, the British had already created the Queen Bee target drone in 1935. Male bees don't work, they just follow the queen. Someone joked the planes were like that, and the nickname drone stuck forever. Denny's radio planes weren't just toys. They proved remote-controlled aircraft could be reliable, cheap, and built in huge numbers. Without this Hollywood hobbyist, the entire drone industry might have stayed a military curiosity. Instead, it became an assembly line reality.
Vietnam, the eyes in the sky that saved thousands of pilots. By the 1960s, the US needed eyes over enemy territory without risking pilots. Enter the Ryan Model 147 Lightning Bug, also called the Firebee. Launched from DC-130 Hercules, it flew pre-programmed routes at 690 miles per hour and up to 60,000 feet, snapping photos, jamming radars, and even dropping leaflets. Between 1964 and 1972, these drones flew over 3,400 missions over North Vietnam and China. More than 1,000 Firebees were lost, many shot down, but they brought back critical intelligence on SAM sites, troop movements, and bomb damage. Think about it. Every time a Firebee got blown out of the sky, a human pilot stayed alive. These little unmanned planes did the most dangerous reconnaissance work of the entire war. The technology was crude by today's standards, no real-time video, just film canisters recovered by parachute. But it proved beyond doubt. Drones could go where manned aircraft couldn't, and come back with the photos that mattered.
The Predator Revolution, from garage to global game changer. The year is 1979. Abraham Karem, born in Israel, raised in America, moves to America after frustration with Israel's bureaucracy. In his garage in California, he starts leading systems and builds the Albatross, a long-endurance UAV, then Amber, then the GAT 750. His company goes bankrupt. General Atomics buys the assets in 1990 and keeps Karem on. They rename the next version the Predator. July 3, 1994, first flight in the Mojave Desert. By 1996, the US Air Force takes over. In 2001, the CIA and Air Force arm it with Hellfire missiles. Suddenly, one operator half a world away can watch a target for hours, then strike with precision. The Predator flew over 1 million combat hours before retirement in 2018. It turned drones from reconnaissance tools into hunter-killers. Abraham Karem, the man who just wanted a robot to stay in the air longer, literally invented the modern drone age. The consumer explosion, how DJI made drones fly into every backyard. 2023. Most consumer quadcopters are twitchy nightmares, impossible for normal people to fly. Then, Frank Wang Tao, fresh out of university, releases the DJI Phantom. Ready to fly straight out of the box. Built-in GPS that holds position in wind. Automatic return to home if the battery dies. Price? Around $629. Within months, it becomes the best-selling drone on Earth. Suddenly, everyone, filmmakers, real estate agents, farmers, hobbyists, is shooting breathtaking aerial footage. The Phantom didn't invent the quadcopter, it made the quadcopter accessible. It took technology born in war and turned it into a creative tool that changed photography, filmmaking, agriculture, and emergency response forever. 2022-2026, the Ukraine drone war that created AI killer swarms. February 2022, Russia invades Ukraine. Both sides quickly realize this isn't a tank war anymore, it's a drone war. Ukraine's volunteers start 3D printing FPV kamikaze drones for under $500. By 2025, they're producing millions per year. Fiber optic cables replace radio links, impossible to jam. AI lets drones recognize targets autonomously. In 2025-2026, small experimental swarms appear, 8 to 25 drones coordinating like a pack of wolves. One operator controls dozens. They overwhelm air defenses, hunt artillery, and strike deep behind lines. Russia responds with its own massive production. The battlefield expands into a 10-mile-wide kill zone where drones hunt anything that moves. This is not science fiction. This is happening right now in 2026. The cheap drone you buy on Amazon has a direct bloodline to the weapons deciding the future of warfare. Modern impact and fun facts. Today, drones deliver medicine in remote areas, inspect bridges, fight wildfires, and map disasters faster than any human team. They film movies, count wildlife, and even help farmers spray crops with pinpoint accuracy. 5 mind-blowing facts.
1. The term drone literally comes from a 1935 British target plane nicknamed after male bees. 2. Over 15,000 radio planes were built in World War II, yet almost nobody knows the Hollywood actor who made it happen. 3. The Predator flew more than 1 million combat hours. 4. In 2026, Ukraine alone is on track to produce 7 million drones of all types. 5. The first armed drone strike happened in 2002, and the world has never been the same since. Conclusion. From a rickety 1917 aerial torpedo that crashed after a few hundred yards, to AI swarms that hunt in packs across 2026 battlefields, the story of drones is the story of human ingenuity meeting human conflict. We set out to build weapons. We ended up building eyes, rescuers, creators, and yes, still weapons. When I learned this full history, I realized one thing. The next big invention isn't just about the technology. It's about who controls it, who democratizes it, and who refuses to let it stay hidden. Drones didn't just change war. They changed how we see our planet and how we fight for it. If this video fired you up, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell. We drop a brand new invention story every single week. Drop in the comments right now, which invention do you want the full history of next? Vaseline? mRNA? Something completely wild? Let me know. The most requested ones get made first. Thanks for flying with me all the way to the end. I'll see you in the next episode of The InventIQ, where the past isn't just history, it's the blueprint for tomorrow. Stay curious, stay inventive. I'll catch you in the sky.